I want to welcome you back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about Jemele Hill and Stephen A. Smith, the bourgeoisie, coming to the defense of Malika Andrews over Dez Bryant post on Twitter about how she's handling the Josh Giddey scandal. Excuse me. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Dez Bryant, in a post on Twitter, he's been talking about how Malika Andrews, the black man killer herself, hasn't said anything about Josh Giddey, which is a huge scandal. This 21-year-old young man for OKC was sleeping with an underage woman. But here's Malika Andrews, a woman who has something to say whenever a young black male gets into any incident. We all remember draft night, the most important night of Brandon Miller's life. She asked him about an incident he was exonerated of and never accused of. She goes after Ime Udoka, the Boston Celtics coach, but protects the woman he was having an affair with. She goes after Joe Mazzulla, the new Boston coach, of something he did in college. And it seems like this woman was put on the air to make sure that whenever something happens with a black male, you make sure you go out there and you attack that Negro. And like so many others on YouTube, Ticket TV, 7 Talk, Kwame Brown, and so many others, we seen how she reacts to black men. But when this white boy, who she interviewed before, gets into trouble, all of a sudden we hear crickets. And so people start to respond. People like Dez Bryant, former NFL player, played with the Dallas Cowboys. He had something to say because he felt as though that she was purposely attacking black men. And the thing about it is that she didn't have to be on air like Jemele Hill said. Well, she wasn't on air. Well, she's got a Twitter account, probably got an Instagram account, a TikTok account. She could have said something that this is a serious accusation, but she didn't do it. She kept quiet because he has the complexion for protection. Okay? We know how this all is going to come out finishing. They're going to say the girl didn't cooperate with the police. They going to say Josh Giddey has been exonerated. This will happen in a few weeks. And everybody's lives will go on like nothing ever happened. Now, Stephen A. Smith, he comes out buck dancing as usual because he's a true buck dancer. He'll do anything for his master. I'm talking about the true bourgeoisie in the black community. You see him. You see Roland Martin on the political side, sports side, you got Stephen A. Smith, and in between you got Jemele Hill. They gonna protect their master. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is what Dez Bryant had to say. He said, I ain't talking about the situation no more unless Stephen A. Smith and Malika Andrews want to talk on air. But I want to apologize for coming on so aggressive at Malika Andrews. But I do wonder if she even realized how certain things look. Sports and media is a big deal to the culture. I have battled my entire sports career pleading to the world, we are more than the game we play. We just need better help. Millions of dollars to do a job is not worth more than a human's mental, especially if you got a family who loves you. I have experienced unfairness and saw white athletes get a slap on the wrist for doing the same S. I know that will get you kicked off the team in a heartbeat. I really hate to make it seem like a black and white thing, but this unfairness is real. I know for me, I got tired of busting my A, going the extra mile just to still get disrespected. I'm fed up looking at the cycle. I don't even like jumping on shows and podcasts, but I will on this topic. The elephant's been in a room for folks scared to speak on it. I'm looking for brownie points. I ain't looking for brownie points. I ain't looking to make somebody look bad. The real ones know how I move. I'm the voice of the people who are afraid to speak, and I care to talk about the perspective. And it's a very strong statement. But you had later, you had this witch, you got this witch, Jemele Hill, who comes on and basically she's going after Dez Bryant. Now I'm going to read you this right here. Don't do that. I apologize, and I don't know if you saw before you decided to tweet me, but how I feel remain. I go at whoever, however, male or female. Ain't shit sweet. Y'all gotta know by now I don't give a F for the right reason, and it's all time high right now. I have respect for you, Jemele. Let's stay reasonable. But Jemele comes to supports of a woman who has no respect for black men. With all due respect to your tone and approach to Malika was out of line. His tone and approach, but her tone and approach to Brandon Miller, Emi Udoka, Joe Masula, and other black men, you ain't had shit to say about that. You ain't had nothing to say about that. You made a personal by bringing up how she was raised. You didn't bring up any of that energy to any male broadcasters. He didn't do that. She wasn't on air when the news about Josh Giddey happened, and it was addressed when. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be on air. Personalities is home tweeting on news they just heard 5 minutes ago. It doesn't make any sense. I'm telling you right now, they protecting this boy. And they put the bourgeoisie out there to protect him. And that's Jemele Hill, Stephen A. Smith, and we just seen Jason Whitlock come out in support of Malika Andrews. Even though this witch hate black men, she's getting ready to get married to a white man, Dave Bryant, who she worked with. Everybody know it. Ticket TV know it. Self Talk, all these other channels know it because we've been watching her. See, the bourgeoisie want to tell you who to listen to, who to vote for, but they never hold their own accountable for the actions that they do. I would love to hear your comments in the comment sections. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button, but also share the video.